see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy...
From the morning session, TOPRAK immediately demonstrated a different approach. He didn't chase the fastest lap from the start, but instead locked in consistency in the fast sectors, particularly the Arrabbiata 1-2 sequence, with throttle stability rarely seen on Yamaha's early generation V4 bikes. Internal data showed that TOPRAK lost very little time on corner entry, which was then repaid with clean acceleration on the exit. This indicated that he had found the right operating window for the chassis and electronics, something that usually takes a long time for new riders. QUARTARARO, who was monitoring the session from the pit wall, reportedly had several discussions with the technicians about TOPRAK's lean angle under hard braking. Paddock sources said Fabio was impressed by TOPRAK's courage to delay braking without compromising his line, a style more often seen in superbikes, but now effective at Mugello with the V4. "He locked the front very calmly," said a team source, highlighting the front-end feedback that was key to Yamaha's performance today. Less widely discussed news. The mid-distance endurance test was conducted behind closed doors during the afternoon session. TOPRAK ran a long run with conservative fuel settings and engine mapping that was changed mid-run. As a result, rear tire degradation was observed to be more linear than on day one, indicating that the Yamaha V4's torque management was beginning to align with TOPRAK's riding style. This is important, as Mugello is known for eating tires during long accelerations on the straights. From a technical standpoint, Yamaha also introduced minor updates to the lower aerodynamic package. Not a large wing, but rather revised airflow to the exhaust and swing arm area. The aim was to improve stability during rapid changes of direction. This combination appeared to help TOPRAK maintain a minimum speed, without having to open the throttle too aggressively, something that had been a challenge for Yamaha. Interestingly, the team didn't pursue a headline-grabbing time attack. The focus on day 2 was repeatability. TOPRAK was asked to repeat the same lap pattern under different tire conditions. The results were consistent. This is what makes QUARTARARO and the Yamaha crew optimistic, because performance doesn't come from one magic lap, but rather from a foundation that can be replicated. If day 1 was an exploration phase, then day 2 at Mugello marked a maturation phase. TOPRAK wasn't just fast, but understood how to be fast with the Yamaha V4. QUARTARARO's reaction is a significant symbol. When a world champion is impressed by his teammate's style, it means something truly new is brewing. And here's the full story. Impressed by his teammate's style, it means something truly new is brewing. And here's the full story. Yamaha's private MotoGP test at the Mugello circuit entered its second day, and presented a much more in-depth picture than the first. While the focus previously focused on initial adaptation, the second day became a real stage for TOPRAK Razgatlioglu to truly meld with the Yamaha V4, a project Yamaha is preparing for the new era of MotoGP. From the start of the morning session, the atmosphere in the Yamaha garage was different. There was no excessive euphoria, but the engineers' faces showed serious alertness. The focus of the second day was no longer sensationalism, but rather unraveling the true potential of the bike and rider in conditions close to a race simulation. And this is where TOPRAK surprised many. TOPRAK immediately opened the session with a steady rhythm. Not a single aggressive lap, but a series of consistent laps with very close time differences. According to paddock sources, TOPRAK's lap time variation was among the smallest throughout the 2 days of testing. This was a significant indicator that his speed was not the result of luck, but rather complete control of the bike. What drew attention was TOPRAK's approach to Mugello's fast corners. In the Casanova, Savelli and Arrabbiata 1 and 2 sections, he was seen driving at a higher entry speed than the other Yamaha riders, while maintaining stability. This style allowed the front end of the bike to remain live under hard braking, something that has been a critical factor for Yamaha on high-speed tracks. Fabio Quartararo, who also underwent his own evaluation session, was seen several times checking the data monitor while observing the track directly. According to internal information, QUARTARARO was surprised by TOPRAK's extreme, yet clean braking angles, without much correction mid-corner. Fabio even reportedly asked the technician directly about the difference in brake pressure and engine braking used by TOPRAK. Unknown news. Yamaha used the second day for further electronics testing. TOPRAK was asked to try several mapping characteristics for the V4 engine, including a version with a smoother initial throttle response but aggressive mid-phase. As a result, TOPRAK was able to maintain more consistent rear tire traction at the end of the run, especially when exiting slow corners like Bucine. In addition, Yamaha also conducted component durability tests. In the afternoon session, TOPRAK completed a long run with a significant number of laps without major setup changes. The focus was on observing the reduction in engine performance, operating temperature, and tire degradation. Initial data showed that the Yamaha V4 experienced a more controlled loss of grip compared to the first day, a significant step forward in this project. On a less frequently highlighted technical front, Yamaha introduced minor revisions to the rear weight distribution. Not major changes, but enough to affect stability during acceleration on Mugello's long straights. TOPRAK reportedly felt the effects immediately, especially in maintaining the bike's straightness when fully accelerating in high gears. Most interestingly, TOPRAK didn't appear to be forcing the bike. Instead, he appeared calm, with minimal excessive sliding, and very precise in choosing his racing line. Yamaha technicians believe that TOPRAK's riding style helped them understand the character of the V4 more quickly, as his input was very detailed and consistent. QUARTARARO's reaction was a particular highlight. The world champion appeared realistic, but didn't hide his interest. He was reportedly impressed not only by TOPRAK's speed, but also by how TOPRAK found that speed. For Fabio, this opened up a new perspective on how the Yamaha V4 could be ridden effectively, especially on a circuit that demands a balance between speed and control like Mugello. Until the end of the second day, Yamaha chose to keep the official time records under wraps. However, from the dynamics in the paddock, it was clear that this test was producing positive signals. It wasn't just about lap times, but also the technical foundation and confidence that the riders were beginning to develop. The second day at Mugello wasn't just a continuation of the test. It was the moment when Yamaha saw that their V4 project was truly alive, and TOPRAK Razgatlioglu proved that unbelievable speed comes from a combination of talent, method, and a solid technical understanding. If this trend continues, Yamaha isn't just preparing for the future, they're building it now. From the start of the first session, an extraordinary aura was felt. TOPRAK immediately set a competitive time, without appearing to be pushing himself. His signature riding style, with extreme late braking and aggressive yet precise motorcycle control, blended perfectly with the character of the V4 engine, which now appeared much more stable and powerful. On the Mugello track, which demands complete courage on the straights and maximum balance in fast corners, TOPRAK actually appeared increasingly confident with each exit from pit lane. Entering the afternoon session, TOPRAK's performance became increasingly unstoppable. Each lap he completed showed small but consistent improvements, as if he and the Yamaha V4 were having a direct dialogue through data and feeling. Yamaha technicians were seen intently monitoring the telemetry screens, as TOPRAK's speed and acceleration graphs exceeded initial expectations. Not just in one section, but across almost every section of the circuit, from the fast Arrabbiata corner to Mugello's notoriously brutal long straight. The climactic moment finally arrived. In a clean and perfect flying lap, TOPRAK blasted off at full speed, setting a time that officially broke the old Mugello record. A record previously considered untouchable, even by top riders during official races. Marc Marquez, long a symbol of courage and extreme speed at Mugello, now had to face the prospect of seeing his time dethroned in a meaningful test. What made this achievement even more remarkable wasn't just the single fastest lap. TOPRAK was able to repeat this fast performance over several consecutive laps, with very small time differences. This consistency served as a stark warning to his rivals, as it demonstrated that the Yamaha V4 was not only fast under ideal conditions, but also possessed the stability and efficiency required for long races. Tire degradation appeared more controlled, corner exit acceleration was smoother, and top speed on the straights had increased significantly compared to the previous generation. In the paddock, the atmosphere changed dramatically. Whispers began to circulate among rival teams, while the attention of cameras and observers was completely focused on the Yamaha garage. Many began to call this test a turning point for Yamaha in the modern MotoGP era. After years,
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me. Turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body